Welcome, everyone. I'm Kate Scott along with Brock Hewitt, and that is punter Ethan Evans all set down there. And away we go from a rainy Inner Harbor. This gets it up to the 25. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss. But he was 0-1. One pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week. And neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
But he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Jackson keeping it himself. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it and
Mark Andrews. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
this is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They get 27 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
27 yards. That's good for another Baltimore Raven.
Lamar's going to keep this one. They're going to get to him, and what a shot. The football's out. But I think a Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be second down. A draw now. This is Henry. The stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it first and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Lamar out of the pistol. Catch is made in close. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. Backed up just a bit. Here's another second and goal. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Stout all set to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age, we see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
First carry now for Kyren Williams. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Offense to the line for second down. Here's Henry running left. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the second quarter. Ravens in possession. They're stuck behind the sticks on third and long. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing this back in the end zone. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. To the left and hauled in by Likely. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Rams are going to have the first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He's got them hooked out well. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
And he gets back to the line, but no more. Drive in dire straits. It's third and 9.
And it's third down.
Stafford from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Markers reset. Ball at the 37.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
Pistol snap to Jackson. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slam. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. Third down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. Jackson trying to sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. John Harbaugh has his call made right away. He's going for this. Fourth down, he calls his own number on the option. Good running here. He's across the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens blow their lead just before halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Stout all set to send this one away. Starting at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Here's 2nd and 2. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now Stafford to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Stafford going to go on 4th. That one finds his man, likely. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now Stafford again. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Bilal Kone with the INT. And the Ravens have it as he records the first interception of his young career. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Henry on the option. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. First down. Here's Lamar. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hopkins on the slant. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Problems there on the shorter attempt. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. So yes, indeed, that is being confirmed, partner. They just said no to the penalty. What's going on?
I tell you what, Kate, if they don't want the free yards, you and I know 31 other offenses in the league who'd be happy to take them right now.
No doubt about that. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the AFC. And this is J.K. Dobbins. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Broncos get back to 500. They even their mark at 3-3. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is Devontae Smith. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Kyler Murray finding his main man, Marvin Harrison Jr. An 11-yard touchdown pass. The Cardinals on top in this one at halftime. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much for that look around the league, Scott. Now let's turn our attention back to this one as we get set to begin our third quarter. Stout all set to send this one away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyren Williams again. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in, week out. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. They're set up at the 35 now.
First down, Los Angeles.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford. Into the hands of Likely. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, carried by Williams. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. T.J. Tampa there on the tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrives at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. And they're going for this. He finds it beyond the mark. One more step there to reach midfield. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
First down, Rams.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throws a bullet down the left sideline. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And finds Adams downfield. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They have themselves another 1st and 10. A handoff for Williams, running left. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30. 1st down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. He's got it near the 8. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Williams hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Kyren Williams, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
This one is up and good. And the Rams cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. First call here coming from the shotgun. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. And lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Jackson keeping it himself. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. It's on the end route. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
That's a pretty good look right there at the struggle offensive linemen have. Athletically, they're just not as fast as these linebackers. And if they don't win early, those linebackers outrun them and make a play like that behind the line.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Stafford back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. And in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. Caught, nice gain left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Get to Henry on the inside handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
He was taken
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Henry's going to try to pick it up. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. And finally, they catch up to... In front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home.
Nothing like October football. Welcome in, everyone. This is your EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 6. I'm Scott Hanson. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Los Angeles Rams. The Ravens always tough on defense, and this play no different here. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Kyler Murray finding his main man, Marvin Harrison Jr. An 11-yard touchdown pass. The Cardinals are playing well. They improved to 5-1 with this victory. Lastly, let's go out to Arrowhead. The Chiefs taking on the Detroit Lions. And it's David Montgomery. He was a big factor in this one, and he shows you why on this play. The Lions improved to 4-2 on the year with another win. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hanson in Orlando. Good night from all of us at EA Sports. Hi everyone, Scott Hanson with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Baltimore. The Ravens at home to take on the Los Angeles Rams. The Ravens always tough on defense, and this play no different here. They come up with the key interception here, one of 2 for them in the game. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs. They're hosting the Detroit Lions. And it's the dangerous speedster, Jameson Williams. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Lions took care of business. They win it by 5. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Buffalo Bills. And it's James Cook. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Bills are getting hot. It's a 3rd straight win, and they take this one in style. Until next week, Scott Hanson, good night from Orlando.
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when it was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever before Christians came in America even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision while I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something.
What defines my name? What defines my name?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one